Do you want to film shorts that don't suck? Today we'll compare the DJI Pocket 3 with the iPhone 15 Pro Max so you don't have to. And we will let you know which one is the best to film shorts with. Here I have a nano bag from Kickstarter, which will make you hate your life less when you go shopping. And here I have some ugly looking gloves with heating pads that work with touchscreen. Let's start filming. So we have set them side by side for the sake of comparison, and now we're gonna film the shorts to see which one is better. If you look closely right here, you can see that the DJI stands by itself while the iPhone needs a little bit of salt.
What the f is that?
It's pretty cool because this is a bag that can hold up to 19 liters. We are done filming the shorts and now we have to edit them for our big comparison. We're gonna use TikTok and CapCut.
Stop right there, big boy, haha. This is a public service announcement.
Sorry, just a moment. Did you subscribe? Maybe you should subscribe. Please subscribe. There are 4 main points that we're gonna look at: image quality, sound quality, convenience, and functionality. We are done editing. Now let's have a look at them side by side. First, the nano bag. This is a bag that has a 19-liter volume and can hold up to 30 kilograms. You can attach it to your keys, put it in your pocket. You don't need it, it gets small. It can hold your speaker, your gym weights, and even groceries. It's pretty cool. Now, here is the shorts for the gloves. These are ugly, but the touchscreen compatibility, heating pads, and price sure make up for it. Want to bike in sub-zero degree weather? Now you can. This is the only downside. They heat via USB, they have 3 heat settings, and they keep you warm for a long time. Apart from that, before we start going through these points, we have to mention a few things. First, as you can see, the differences are not that obvious, mainly because the videos are scaled down from 4K on the iPhone and 3K on the DJI to 1080p. After editing and saving them on the TikTok app, they are compressed to a quarter of the original size, downgrading the quality. First, the image quality. Considering that these shorts were filmed side by side, let's zoom in a little bit. What you can notice is that due to the bigger sensor of the DJI Pocket 3, there is more detail in the picture and way less noise. This is probably due to the less than ideal lighting conditions, with the iPhone trying really hard to denoise the image, resulting in a lack of sharpness. If we have a better look at the overall image from these 2 videos, we can see that the iPhone tends to make the image look way warmer than it is in real life and has a noticeable orange tint. On the Pocket 3, the image tends to be more true to life, but it does have a slight green and bluish tint, even though it's very subtle. For image quality, the DJI Pocket 3 is on top. Second, sound quality. What we found is that the audio in the DJI Pocket 3 is marginally better than one on the iPhone. But where it excels is the actual directional recording. The voice can be heard with less reverberation, while skipping more of the middle and higher frequencies. And it just feels like the audio has more body, whilst the one on the iPhone feels a little bit more tiny, lacking some of the mid detail. All in all, if you want to take the DJI Pocket 3 for the audio, but you already have an iPhone, I don't think it's really worth it. But anyway, the DJI Pocket 3 here comes on top as well. Third, convenience. There is no debate here. The iPhone comes on top. You just film the videos and edit them directly on the iPhone, whilst on the DJI Pocket 3, you have to transfer them from the Mimo app to your phone and then put them into a video editor. A point for the iPhone in this case. Fourth, functionality. Based on the things that you can pull off with the DJI Pocket 3 and the relatively easy access and simplicity with which you can film, it easily takes the cake. All of the different functions and settings are there. And if you're not a camera nerd, you don't have to worry about setting anything up. It just works exactly how you expect, straight out of the box, which is nice. Points for the Pocket 3. The conclusion, based on the facts that we just discussed, is that for a better quality video, the DJI comes on top. But your iPhone is always with you, which makes it way more convenient. The only thing I don't like about this camera is the micro SD slot. It's pretty hard to put the card in and take it out. I know it's being advertised as not being waterproof, but at the same time, they could have covered the ports. I mean, look at this, it's really exposed. The DJI Pocket 3 is incredible. But what makes it so? Well, first, it's a camera with a 1-inch sensor on a gimbal. It's really small, portable, and ergonomic. This is really cool. It also powers really fast. Look! You can attach it to a tripod or to anything with a 1/4-inch thread. You can connect it either to a wireless microphone or anything with a USB-C port. If the microphone has a 3.5mm jack, you will need an adapter to USB-C. Let's talk about the features. This thing is really powerful and compact. Since the actual sensor sits on a gimbal, it has this little joystick on the back with which you can control the tilt, pan and zoom. It has a 4x digital zoom, which is plenty for most scenarios. It can shoot in 4K 60 frames per second in landscape mode. But when you turn it in portrait mode, it cuts down to 3K 60 frames per second. It can do slow motion at 4K 120 frames per second, albeit only in landscape mode. If you want to have more control, you can turn on the Pro mode, which lets you manually set the exposure. And you have controls for the shutter speed, ISO, and even has 10-bit colors, and it can shoot in a log profile. The autofocus is really snappy, and you can also manually focus using the touchscreen. Besides the usual functionalities of a gimbal, such as rotating, and enabling you to pull really creative shots, it has this really cool thing called dynamic framing, which can follow anything, but in our experience, it works best with faces or things that have a lot of contrast. In case you run out of battery, you can juice it up in just 16 minutes to 80%. This is insanely fast. The price point for this camera is £489 or $519. Which, for what it can do, I think it's fair. If you go on a holiday, if you go hiking, whatever you want to do, you don't need a big camera with you anymore. This is more than enough. It's just so compact, so small, so nice. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the like button, leave a comment down below to tell us if you would prefer this instead of the iPhone 15 Pro Max for shorts, and our latest 2 videos are right here. Bye!